Hey, welcome back. My name is OS Maxwell, and today we are talking about Microsoft's press conference during this eCube. Now, first they started talking about Forza Horizon 3, and they offered the nice gameplay with neat graphics. Now, I really love racing games, though that kept me hyped during this whole conference. But just a heads up, it's not one of the best conferences that Microsoft has offered. Now, during the gameplay, they started talking about how the online is now really improved and you could play with your friends, better cars, better models. The map is really great. It's happening in Australia. I hope there is like a city and some forests, and it's a mixture of both. But just having one single map, it's really boring. Most of the games during this conference were not interesting at all, but I've seen Sea of Thieves and it's I'm really digging the idea of driving or cruising a boat with your friends and just shooting at others and trying to control some islands. And I'm really loving the quality of that water. I mean, I could really taste the thirst and the wetness of it. And I've seen such games on PC, but they didn't get that much of a success, and it was all just a Kickstarter program that basically failed. Now, the main reason why I made this video is because Microsoft has made a new console. Now, it's not just a whole different concept of consoles, it's just another version of Xbox One, which is called the Xbox One S. Now, this one is 40% smaller. It has no power supply at all, so everything is internal, and they started talking about better cooling. I didn't really love the Xbox One design because I felt it was boring. It's just a meaningless cube or box, and it looks like a VCR somehow. And you've got that power supply like hovering and jiggling around, and it's not nice once you start looking at the PlayStation 4 and what those guys have. Now, this Xbox One S has up to 2 terabytes of hard drive, which is more than enough because 500 gigabytes are not great at all once you start downloading games, and pretty much basically all the games are not available at like a physical product that you could buy. Everything's digital right now, so it's a nice thing to have. You've got the 4K video streaming, which is, we're not talking about 4K gaming, but just watching videos like Netflix, Amazon Prime and stuff. Is it called Amazon Prime? Yeah, whatever. Watching it at 4K resolution. What is gaming related is the fact that there is now HDR, which is high dynamic range. It offers some enhancements to the contrast and the colors without reducing the frame rates. Now, I'm expecting that Microsoft has done some tiny changes to the Xbox One so it could compete with the PlayStation 4, because we all know that the PlayStation 4 is kind of superior to the Xbox One once you start looking at the hardware and the capability of it running games at 180p. The controller has some changes as well and now offers better grip textures, a improved wireless range, we'll see about that, and a Bluetooth small trigger right at the bottom of the controller. Now, the thing is, they started talking about the ability to customize your controller once you go to their website. You could say, like, I'd like a pink one or the one with white arrows or whatever. I'm really loving that because in the whole history of making consoles, the Xbox controllers were the most customizable ones that I've seen. A lot of potential, a lot of things to do with it, and I'm really loving that Microsoft is trying to get that and win some money doing that. Play Anywhere as well is one of those features that Microsoft kept talking about it, which is once you got a key for your PC, for example for that game, you could play it on Xbox One, and same goes with the Xbox One. I'm really wondering if it was like streaming from a platform to another, or was it using the same library, or just getting a second key for your Xbox One or for your PC. Now, I'm really hyped for the Xbox One S because I'd like to see the PlayStation 4 doesn't have my kind of a design. It feels a bit old. The Xbox One was really huge and bold and shit, but I'm really loving the Xbox One S with those small buttons and shit. Really excited for Sea of Thieves. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope it wasn't that boring at all. I hope I see you on the next one. Peace.